Thank you, dear viewers, for staying true to Football Planet, your weekly 100% football program on Africanews. It is a pleasure, as always, to share with you the passion of the beautiful game, football. Here are the headlines for today's show. FIFA Women's Under-20 World Cup in France. Ghana and Nigeria in tough groups. The host country faced the Black Princesses, while Germany come up against Nigeria. The draw was made last Thursday in Rennes. The coach from Ghana will speak to us on the show. Which teams will make it into the group stage of the CAF Champions League? This will be determined by the end of the week with the final round of matches in the Champions League and the CAF Confederations Cup. All the fixtures and the results of the first leg matches to follow soon. In China, Cédric Bakambu scored his first goal for his new club, Beijing Guoan, to ensure victory for his team. The player was unveiled to fans last week following his move from Villarreal. Hi everybody, the countdown has started for the Under-20 Women's World Cup scheduled for August in France. You know that Africa will be represented by Ghana and Nigeria. Both teams know their opponents. The draw, which was held last Thursday in Rennes, was not easy for Africa's representative for the tournament. The details with Ruth Lago and Claire Mutinji.
It is time for the big reunion between the Black Princesses and the Bluets. As in the previous edition in Papua New Guinea, the Ghanaian women's team will meet defending runners-up France. This was unveiled on Thursday after the draw for the Under-20 Women's World Cup. And things are not going to be easy for Yusuf Basigi's players against the host country, against whom they drew 2-2 2 years ago.
89th minute.
It will be a tough battle for Ghana. The Black Princesses have also been pitted against New Zealand, who beat them in Papua New Guinea.
To send New Zealand's bench.
A very complicated Group A for the Ghanaians, who aim to reach the second round of the competition for the first time. Nigeria are not better off either. The Super Falconets will battle European powerhouse Germany, who defeated them twice in the finals in 2010 and 2014. The Nigerians, however, can draw on their experience and flattering record of success in Group D, which has been completed by China and Haiti. A record they are undoubtedly willing to defend and go further to claim the cup in this year's tournament.
And on the phone line with us, the coach of the Black Princess, Yusuf Basigi, who is speaking to us from Accra. Welcome, coach. We said right, you know your opponents at the Under-20 World Cup. You are familiar with the host nation, France and New Zealand, whom you played in the last World Cup. You know very well, Ghana finds itself in a very tough group.
I'll say it's a difficult draw because playing against the host nation is not an easy task. And then also looking at New Zealand, the last edition that we participated in Papua New Guinea, we lost to New Zealand. This tells you that we are actually in a tough group.
The tournament will kick off in less than 5 months. How do you intend to prepare the team for the tournament?
Well, after the draw, I'm now coming back. I'm now in Ghana, and I want to sit down and draw my program. We have to do early camping and prepare adequately because we are actually in a tough group. So it's not that I'll come out with my program. But very soon we'll plan, and then at least we'll have to play 1 or 2 international friendly matches so that we'll also get used to the terrain.
What are Ghana's objectives for the World Cup?
Well, for me, I'll say that this particular category of group, the Under-20, Ghana will never go beyond the group stages, and that is our first target. Our first target is to go beyond the group stages. Then we think of going ahead. But all will depend on preparation. Good preparation will give us a good result.
You recently won the WAFU tournament. Was this the best way to prepare for the World Cup?
Oh, yeah, it was a good achievement. First edition, we won. So that is a very good achievement, and it's going to be a big morale booster for Ghana. especially the female teams, to also go and then perform, because after the WAFU tournament, the next available tournament is the Women's Under-20 World Cup in France. So the WAFU tournament is going to boost our girls to do very well in the World Cup.
Thank you very much, Coach Yusuf Basigi, for this interview. Let me remind viewers, Yusuf Basigi is the coach of Ghana's Under-20 Women's National Team. Now let's take a look at the draw for the different group stages for the Under-20 World Cup. Viewers are reminded the Under-20 Women's World Cup is scheduled for August 5 to 24, and Ghana will play the opening match against France. Now to the CAF Champions League, where clubs will determine their fate in the return leg of the round of 16. Last week, we talked about the victories for Wydad Casablanca and TP Mazembe, respective holders of the Champions League and the Confederations Cup. Both are almost guaranteed a spot in the group phase. In terms of their emphatic victories in the first leg, WAC trashed Ivorian side Williamsville by 7 goals to 2, while TP Mazembe defeated Mozambique outfit União Deportivo de Songo by 4 goals to 0. Here are the complete round of fixtures. At the bottom, the results of the first leg matches. In the Confederations Cup, the final round of matches to determine teams who will qualify for the group stage. It is hard to call who will go through in this competition, even if some teams are well poised to qualify, as shown in this table. Remember, these games will be played on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, so we will bring you all the results in our next edition of Football Planet. In Europe, the final matches in the round of 16 will be decided. 4 games to look forward to. Manchester United vs Sevilla, AS Roma entertain Shakhtar Donetsk. And on Wednesday, the explosive FC Barcelona-Chelsea tie. While Bayern Munich head to Istanbul to face Besiktas. Last week, 4 teams booked their place in the quarter-finals, namely Real Madrid, Juventus, Liverpool and Manchester City. He remembers fondly memories of the football world. Sepp Blatter comes out of the shadows to talk about his situation as an outcast. The former FIFA president finds his ban from football too long. He hasn't forgotten either. The Swiss is preparing an appeal to overturn his ban. William Bahia and Lynette Bahati tells us more.
Sepp Blatter is growing impatient with the corruption investigation, which led to his and Michel Platini's downfall. Blatter says nothing had happened since September 2015, the date of the opening of proceedings against him for corrupt management, stemming from the €1.8 million payment to Platini. I was not condemned. I was only suspended as a referee, player or coach, but it still affects me that I was suspended because I was suspended as president. I was elected president for 4 years. In fact, I'm still the president. Towards the end of February last year, his lawyers and those of Michel Platini had been summoned by the Swiss courts as part of the criminal mismanagement procedure, the first since his suspension in September 2015. Blatter now intends to reverse the decision of the FIFA disciplinary committee. What I want to do is work alongside Swiss justice, but also find the arguments necessary to obtain a reversal of the decision of the FIFA Ethics Commission. Blatter was president of FIFA from 1998 until June 2015 when he quit, days after winning re-election for a 5th term, as a wave of scandals broke.
Remember, the former FIFA boss Blatter was suspended from all football activities for 6 years until 2022. Now let's head to China, where Congolese striker Cédric Bakambu opened his account for his new club Beijing Guan, who defeated Jiangsu Suning in the Chinese Super League. His first goal following his transfer from Spanish club Villarreal. This brings us to the end of another edition of Football Planet. You can find these stories on our website www.africanews.com. You can also send us your views on the stories at the address currently displayed on the screen. See you next week, same time, same African News channel. Have an excellent week.